Gents, how are you this fine evening?
Cold. It's 22 degrees.
I'm freezing.
Yeah.
23 degrees. Where are you based out of? I didn't know.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Unfortunately.
Wait, Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius, I think.
Okay.
Fahrenheit, actually.
Are you guys all from the
No,
States?
I'm Canadian.
So am I.
Wait, you're Canadian too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. All right, boys, you can get off. Me and Treeky can
Yeah.
take it from here.
Yeah, we got a lot of moose to talk about.
Hey, young man, you got knocked the fuck out.
What it do, everybody? My name's Aaron. I can eat a whole pumpkin.
And I'm Gerry, and I can only bench press 4 cubic liters of butter chicken on a good day.
This is SuperPod Saga. Welcome back to SuperPod Saga.
Underwater.
Yeah, dude, the greatest collaboration of all time. You know it, I know it, Gerry knows it. Gerry, do you still know it?
I wake up knowing it. Like I don't even like, you know how people normally wake up in the morning and they kind of just roll out of bed? I like levitate out of bed and I'm like, oh my God, it's the greatest collaboration of all time.
Wonderful. Awesome. Yeah. So for any first time listeners, Gerry and I are on a quest to discuss every single video game topic in existence week by week. This week, we're talking about the best hub worlds in video games, those little central areas, little nooks and crannies to fill out and discover and explore, all that good shit. But first, we're going to introduce the guests. Returning from our Pokemon Emerald episode that releases at the time of recording next week, we have Keifer from Select and Start. Hello.
Hello, I'm Keifer from Select and Start, and I'm back, and I'm here to talk about other things besides Pokemon.
Nice. And then returning from our retro FromSoft, I almost said what's the good version of a train wreck? A
plane crash?
A school bus crash?
Yeah. Whatever that is. Treeky, hello.
Are you calling me a train wreck?
No, like the opposite of a train wreck, like a really good time, really awesome time, but like
A miracle?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey guys, I'm Treeky. The train wreck.
Treeky the train wreck miracle.
Yeah, apparently.
Holy shit. Yeah.
My mom says I'm special.
That's all that matters.
Holy shit, boys. Go ahead and then introduce yourselves and podcasts and YouTubes and streams, all that good stuff you do. Tell us about the games you like, all that stuff.
Keifer, you're alphabetical. You can go first.
All right, thank you. Alphabetical seniority reigns supreme. Let's do it. I am the host of Select and Start, the podcast about meaningful and memorable video games. What I do is every episode I bring on a guest who selects a game that made an impact on their life. And we talk about that probably for too long, but I love it and they love it and the audience seems to love it. So what happens is like I'll bring on a guest, like say we're trying to get both of y'all onto the podcast in the future someday too. But like I'll bring on a guest, say like, oh, hey, Hamish Steele, the person who is like the graphic novelist for Dead India Paranormal Park, and we talk about The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker or something like that. So we get to know a person's video game history. We talk about what made them decide on talking about the game that means the most to them. We talk about the game that means most to them and how they can play it in the modern video game ecosystem because, oh my God, video game preservation is a fuck. So that's Select and Start. Listen to it wherever you like to, cast your pods.
You and I became best friends the second that you started gushing about video game preservation.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we started Retro Rehab and then just merged it into this one.
Yeah. It's like
because of that.
Every segment I do it. I do a segment called No Country for Old Games, and it's
Ooh, that's a good
great.
title.
Yeah,
that is good. I'm Treeky. I'm a YouTuber, and I make YouTube videos about games in the style of the 2010s YouTuber, goofy bits, game reviews about old retro games. I don't know. Like, I don't know what.
You're really
what
selling
am I?
it, dude.
A train wreck. Listen.
You're a miracle baby.
I'm a miracle baby. I am the flavor of YouTuber that is
good,
akin to JonTron, AVGN, trying to be is what I should say. I can't say I'm anywhere close to them, but that's the type of stuff I do. And I stream sometimes, but that's on the main channel and sometimes Twitch. And you can find me at Treeky Boy, just Treeky, I think, actually on YouTube. That's it. I have a Castlevania 64 video coming out hopefully in the next.
That's a good fucking game right there.
It is good. I want to get it out before Christmas. I don't think that's going to happen, but
Merry
see.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas. You guys want to play some Castlevania 64? Merry Christmas.
Merry Castlevania.
Actually, wait, it's Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. Tentatively also 64.
That's the better one, though. That's the better version.
I played them both, and I was like, wow, playing 64 was a waste of time.
Yeah, because 64 is in Legacy of Darkness.
Exactly. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, enough about me. But enough talk.
Enough talk.
How about you?
Yeah, let's get right the fuck down to it. So, oh wait, they've both answered the question actually. So
can just ask us
shut
again.
your dirty mouth.
Okay.
I'll answer it again.
No, ask him a different question, Jerry.
What is your favorite key on the keyboard?
Is that for both of us, or do we get like?
I want you both to answer at the same time, and if you say the same key at the exact same time, I will give you a present.
Okay, Keifer, we have to do this on the count of 3.
I want to see your hands too. No messaging in the chats or anything.
On the count of 3. So 1, 2, 3. W.
G. Okay.
Oh, wait, was it after 3?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm the one who made the rule, and I got it wrong.
GW.
You know what's really fucked up, though? You know what's really fucked up?
What?
You both said my first 2 initials of my name.
Yeah.
Damn. See, that deserves a present.
It's a little weird, but I do feel like it deserves a present. So, if Aaron, if you want to close your eyes, I'm gonna take my top off real
Damn
quick.
it. Okay.
A wooga.
Cover my ears too. This is for not for kids.
No, stay. I want you to hear this.
Jesus Christ.
That was a great question. Yeah, like an AI generated, or not the Macintosh text to speech thing comes on. It's like macaroni noises initiate.
Oh God.
What is my purpose?
But it's like text to speech version of that, so it's like squash, 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 squash.
Slosh.
Yeah.
Undulation
Yeah, right?
begins.
Yep.
Yep, now we go to super important breaking news. Beep, 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 beep. So, first off, holy shit, Nintendo Switch has outsold PS2 in the United States. Not the world, just the United States. So the Switch has sold 46.6 million units total. 46.6 million units total in the US. Worldwide, it's sold 146 mil, whereas the PS2 has sold 160 mil. It's so close. It's like...
It's insane.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think a Switch 2 is going to do better?
I
don't think it will.
I'm not so much worried about it doing better. I'm like, I cannot wait to see if Nintendo, after making this just immense amount of money, still have sticks that drift. Like, if this is still a problem, like, how much money do we need to give you for you to make good sticks?
These are all of my drift controllers.
So, fun fact, I'll tell you what you do with those. Okay.
I was gonna send them back.
Okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Here's a little hack for it, and for the listeners at home too. Listen up, okay? So what you do with these is you bring them to a GameStop, okay, and you trade them in toward brand new ones because they don't give a shit. They'll be like,
Jerry,
this looks good.
Jerry, are you saying that I should undermine Nintendo?
Yes.
And thereby God?
Yeah. Miyamoto-san himself would be so disappointed in you saying that?
My uncle who works at Nintendo is going to be so disappointed in
Yeah. Kiefer's uncle.
Yeah.
Who works at Nintendo.
Uncle
is gonna
Nintendo.
Yeah, Uncle Nintendo.
Uncle N, as you always call him. Uncle
Yeah.
Nintendo, can I please have a free gift card for Christmas? You bet.
He's my uncle and the game master.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, but for realsies, bring those to a GameStop and trade them in towards
I need a
new
box,
ones.
though, I think. Oh, wait, can you just trade them in?
Yes.
Really?
Just straight up trade them in. I think, and I'm pretty sure you'll get like fucking $40 for them each.
Yeah, but just put it on a Ziploc bag and put it on the shelf and be like, who wants some?
Put it in some rice.
Yeah.
It might work. You never know.
Yeah, like
Sure.
That's the best thing to do because they said
They suck.
they send them off anyway to get refurbished.
Yep.
So if they have anything wrong with them, which they do, but they
Yeah.
don't know that, they're gonna get them fixed regardless. So
That's
instead
good.
of wasting time sending it to Japan, which I don't know if it goes to Japan, it probably just goes
I think
to
it
Nintendo
must.
of North America
Oh yeah, that's true.
or somewhere. There's probably like
Doug Bowser himself.
That guy who's like forced to be an indentured servant for Nintendo forever is forced to.
Learn another best effective Joy-Cons here. I'm Doug Bowser. He's just like pulling them
Hey,
God.
Where's that man Nintendo and his stupid nephew sending
Man
more
Nintendo.
of these Mr. Nintendo.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's my job. His job is to like eat the stick drift Nintendo like Switch controllers, and then he like sends them new ones.
Wait, he eats them?
Yeah,
He eats
no,
them?
yeah, he eats them.
They have a
Oh,
nutrition value. That's true.
okay.
I probably like. Do you guys? Okay, this is kind of sound like really really weird, but
No, tell
like
me.
I remember as a kid, there was this
Yes.
like really crazy looking purple car in our neighborhood, and I wanted to eat the car because I liked the color of it, and I was like, I bet you that car tastes delicious. And like some of those Joy-Cons actually look like they would be delicious.
Oh my God.
I was
That's why they had to make the amiibo and like the Switch cartridges taste like shit
like
because
shit.
well, the amiibos fit perfectly in your mouth. Actually,
Yeah, have you seen the Pac-Man one, dude? It's just like a
yeah.
like
If
a,
you just
jawbreaker.
put it's perfect. I have almost every Smash Bros one. I've stuck every single one of them in my mouth.
I will never
Just a
forget
test.
when the Switch was coming out and Jeff Gertzman took that Switch game and put it in his mouth. He was the one that did that first. Someone was like,
Wait, what?
yeah, someone was like, what does it taste like? And he was like, it's a weird question. And he just like popped it in his mouth. And he was like, tastes really bad. And then that's when they realized that they're coded in like Switch games are coded in a thing to deter children from eating them. Yeah, just pop one in
It
your mouth.
tastes like
real quick.
broccoli.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Are you just now finding this
Okay.
out 7 years in?
Listen.
Yeah, I tasted mine day one,
Curiosity
dude. Every single one. I taste tested just to make
It's
sure.
a beautiful thing. I straight up. Okay.
I thought I was the only
Okay.
person who hadn't tasted a Nintendo Switch cartridge at this point
If
because I
you
always tell
guys
people,
are
and the first thing they do is
fucking
put it in their
with
mouth.
If you guys are, if you
It's
guys
gonna
are
be
fucking
gross.
with me,
It's gonna be gross.
I just
dude.
want to know. Okay, so Final Fantasy 7 and 8.
hmm
I mean, it's a gross combo.
Yeah,
I have it
don't like
digitally,
the connectors.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god! It tastes like poison.
Joke's
it
on
tastes-
you. It is.
Yeah, it's anthrax.
And now
What
you
the
have
fuck?
AIDS.
This doesn't even feel like a prank. Like we actively warned you.
It's on me. I didn't believe you. I was like, no, it's a video game, but they don't taste. It tastes terrible.
That's why, because kids be
It's
stupid.
stuck in my mouth. It's like
Could you imagine if they made different games like have different flavors and shit? Like made the Kirby ones taste like bubblegum or something?
yeah, I would.
cool.
Ugh. It's lingering. That's the issue, and now I'm worried. Maybe it is poison.
No,
That's
you're
that
fine.
Final Fantasy VIII aftertaste.
Yeah,
Jeff
it is
Gerstmann's
my
still
Final
alive.
Fantasy.
I've actually liked Final Fantasy VIII. By the way, don't write it in.
I know. I like
Final Fantasy.
VIII
It's
too.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, we can
My
move
favorite
on.
Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 1. So
Well, we'll have to introduce you to Beth because her favorite is 2.
I think 2 is great.
I've never met somebody who said their favorite's 5. Do those people exist?
There's got to be.
I think so. I mean, the main
5,
character's
yeah.
name's Butts.
No.
Isn't it Bart's?
Bart's, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Bart's.
Bart's.
It's not a
Johnson.
diss on like
think-
5. I'm just like, I've never heard anybody just say their favorite's 5.
I think because 5 is so
It's in that like weird spot of being between 4 and 6, which were both fucking
Exactly.
groundbreaking at the time. And
exactly.
That do be how numbers work.
Then, yeah. 5 is in the middle.
Like 5's like it truly is like a middle point between 4 and 6. And I know listen, it sounds weird, but-
dude, because it's like not 6, but it's also not 4.
Dude, Jerry, why was 6 afraid of 7?
Well, you know why 3 was afraid of 4 is because 4, 5, 6.
What?
Think about it.
The look on Aaron's face was perfect.
It was like your face made what I
7,
would
8,
think
9,
a
Jerry. That's the
dial.
answer
Like
to
if
the
a
joke.
dial tone had a face, that's what
Yeah.
it looked like.
Yeah.
Please hang up and try your call again.
We're sorry. The call you're trying to reach is fucking dead.
Oh my god. Did you guys do a Final Fantasy video yet?
Yeah, we did a retrospective on like the entire Final Fantasy series, but we'll have to do one
damn it.
about like the individual games though, because we didn't really do.
I want to rank the Chocobos and Moogles in the games.
Oh, yeah.
I can already tell you the best Moogles right now. It's Crystal Chronicles.
They are. They carry your chalice, bro. They carry your pimp chalice the entire way. They're great.
They're my fave.
The best Moogle is the one in Final Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days that wears the little Organization 13 hoodie. That's the best one.
Awesome, dude.
Don't do this, Keifer.
Yeah.
I have some news as well.
Is it about Moogles?
No, it's about a little console you guys might have heard of called the PlayStation Portable. For $274.99, you can get a consoleized version of the PlayStation Portable.
Wait,
there is
what?
there is now. If you buy let me see what this article is.
Wait, like Sony's making it?
No, fuck,
Hell no, they wouldn't be called
there we
dead, dude.
This
No.
is as Keifer and I were saying earlier, this is part of video game preservation, and it's just the cool stuff that people are doing to be like, hey, Sony doesn't give a shit about the PSP, so people do. There's people out there that's their favorite handheld of all time.
It's amazing.
And
Yeah.
yes, it has an amazing library. Now, this thing, it's basically just like a 3D printed case that you can order.
What the
that
fuck?
You get a PSP. I think it has to be either the original fat model and the model after that, because you have to be able to mod them, and then you put them in to this thing and just like connect all the shit to it, and then it just acts as it'll actually read the UMDs in like a disk drive. Like there's like a little pop-up disk.
shit.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's really cool. But I will say there's a couple of caveats to it. I guess pairing like Bluetooth controllers and stuff is like done through like a web-based thing that's like caked into the thing. It might get
That's
updated
kinda
at some
gross.
point. Who knows? I would say still to this day, like I have, Aaron, I don't know if I've ever showed you this. I have like what I call a blueprint for my ultimate setup for like covering all my bases. Like, and it's basically going from Gen 1 all the way up to and including Xbox 360 and PS3. That generation.
We've talked about it
What is
before.
Gen 7, I think. And among all that stuff, to really capture PSP and PS Vita, I like them as handhelds. I've had both of them as handhelds, but I like to have in my like really nice like entertainment room, I like to have all my consoles available to me just like there. And one of the best ways that you can do that is actually getting one of the stupidest things that Sony ever put out is now probably the thing I want the most, and it's the PlayStation TV.
Oh, that's what.
Because you can mod a PlayStation TV and it literally acts as a PSP and a PS Vita. Not only that, you can use a DualShock 4 and the touchpad on the DualShock 4 acts as the touchscreen on the Vita.
Oh
my god.
And can you still access the PSP e-store on the PlayStation Home?
Not after it's because you would have to mod it. Well, you don't have to mod it, I guess. But if you want to get, I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed. So like literally the only thing great about it is the fact that you can mod it, stick like a 1 terabyte micro SD into it, and then just be like PSP and Vita games, go.
I'd play so much Freedom Unite. Oh my god.
Could you mod that thing
What?
to allow emulation of like PS1 and like maybe PS2 games? Oh, okay, that'd be fucking tight.
Not PS2, PS1 for sure though.
You could play PS1 games. I
yeah,
remember.
like the PS1 classics.
Yeah, they had like I remember playing Resident Evil 1 on it.
Yeah,
that's pretty tight then.
It's funny you mentioned like a consoleized version of the PSP, and I thought like you mean the PS2, the thing that half the PSP library was ported onto.
Does look like a PS2. This little thingy.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's cool.
no, it's big
I
as
like.
fuck.
I love them. I love seeing stuff like that.
Hell yeah!
Finally, we can play Dissidia Final Fantasy. See what the Moogles are like in that one.
Exactly.
Oh man, I remember playing Dissidia on PSP for the first time, and they were pronouncing Zidane as Zidane, and I was like, no, that's
Not today.
yeah,
Zidane.
Yeah, Zidane. Like, bitch, there's an E at the end. What are you talking about?
Jack was in that game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Dissidia.
was the evil, like, I guess antagonist for 10 in that game.
Because
He was like,
I remember
Gact.
getting. Is it Gact?
No.
Okay, I was going to say. Oh my god, I've been
The
calling him
Nickelodeon
Jack.
Gact.
Anyway, he. I just remember getting my ass kicked in that game by him, but I don't remember if it was my friend playing it or if it was just an NPC. So
it was a pretty fucking tough game, man. Like I mained
It was-
Kuja, And even that was hard. Trying to main anybody is fucking hard. Everybody's got a different fighting style. It's the city of Final Fantasy. I don't remember. Man.
Why are you so upset about it?
Were you a The City of Final Fantasy PSP player or a Mario Hoops 3-on-3 DS player?
Mario Hoops.
Yeah.
Bring that shit back, dude. Come on.
The Moogle in that game.
Dude, there's Cactar in it.
Mario Def Jam Fighter.
Mario Def Jam. Okay. Okay, hold on. Idea cooking. So, yeah, Def Jam, Mario, but they've got like bumping beats to like different Mario songs, like hip hoppy, like Def Jam, Mario remixes. Like,
there's a Mario
Dude,
DDR.
Did you watch the video I sent you of the Nintendo dubstep, the new genre that's happening?
no, but this is Def Jam, like
People are-
Vendetta with Mario. You could like
And Dr. Dre.
Yeah, it's like an Ice Cube.
they're fighting around like trash can fires and outside gas stations and shit.
I'd play it. Like I don't, you know.
Grabbing like homeless people by the ankles and using them as weapons and stuff.
Mario's got a fucking gun.
This is Mario Rabbids. You're just remaking Mario Rabbids.
Oh,
You just see
shit.
Waluigi doing a
true.
fentanyl fold in the background.
Again, Mario Rabbids.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So let's get to the topic, man. We're talking about the best hub worlds.
And not just Chicago, as we were talking about just now.
Chicago. the melting pot of the world, one might say. I don't know.
Chicago. Hell yeah. I love it.
It's
The whole
the New York City of America.
Now I do want to preference. I do want a preference. I was gonna have a little game to play because I did that last time.
we
I
gotta
brought
do
a
it at the
little
beginning
game
before
to
we do
play.
anything else.
No,
We're not
I
gonna
don't
fuck
have
that
it.
up again.
I don't have it. It's the perfect game, but I realize that because this is a podcast and only the patrons get to see our beautiful faces, it might not lend itself to the normies. What I was gonna do is I was gonna show you guys the peasants. I was gonna show you guys a picture, and
Of
then I
what?
was of
He's
you know,
getting to it, Jerry. Hold on. Damn.
Jerry, you know. No, I was gonna show a picture of a hub world, like a tiny snippet, like a tiny little, small little thing, and then I was gonna say guess it, and we were gonna do that, and then whoever had the most points, doesn't have to put a Switch game in their mouth.
Okay.
But because it's a visual thing, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it because it's not gonna be fun to listen to. So that's
fair.
it. That's it. That's all I was gonna tell you.
Wonderful. Well, just for
Well, thanks for setting up that game that we're not going to play.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds
Sounded
really
fun.
fun.
Thanks, Mom, for telling me we're going to Disneyland someday.
oh boy, Keifer, Treeky, which one of you dudes wants to go first?
Keifer can go first.
Alphabetical seniority wins again.
Oh, yep. And it ain't ever gonna stop.
All right. I want to start very strong at the top here. Talk about like hub worlds, right? I think that the beauty of a good hub world is that it complements the mechanics of the game that it's working within. And one of the first ones I want to talk about is Mother Base in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Oh yeah.
Which it takes the mechanics that are going on in the PSP Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, where you're like building a base and like have like, accumulating wealth in like the private military industry, but also you actually get to see the fruits of your labor and see your base expand and see the number of troops that you have grow, and you can pick up a guy and then flip him on his back and then he'll thank you for it because you're the fucking big boss, baby.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah.
I like when you take someone in like the field and then Kaz just like comes in and he goes, "You're taking him?"
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. It's fantastic. So Aaron and Jerry, you guys haven't played MGS5.
Yes, I have.
Jerry
I just
has.
haven't got very far.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the one dumb piece of shit that hasn't played it before, but
Because Mother Base, like, it's on my list too, because it is everything Keifer said. It just complements the game so well, but also it like gets bigger
Mm-hmm.
and you can drive around it.
Oh yeah.
and you can watch Quiet take baths and look at her feet, and it's very weird that they put that in the game. But
Yeah,
Maybe I
gonna
play this
mention that.
tonight.
I was
Maybe
gonna say,
I
like, you
throw
could
it
play-
on again.
You can
Well,
play
it's
like
just-
Time
fetch
I
with your
open that
dog.
game.
yeah, you can do a lot of innocent things there, but also there's some weird pervy things going on in Mother Base too. But
You can
I mean,
take
hey,
a
we
shower.
don't
That's a
kink
big
shame
part of
here.
the game is you can
Yep.
take a shower because your character gets stinky if they don't shower for days at a time because
Yep.
Kojima thought about that.
What the?
and they can't people smell you?
Yeah, they're like, boss, you stink. And like I
Yeah.
think eventually what happens is like if you don't shower, the people will like force you to take a shower.
What the
I
There's, like,
thought,
a
I thought
policy that
enemies
plays.
could smell you. Like if you're hiding in a bush, they'll go, "What's that smell?"
Yeah, they can smell you, and that's like
Smells
why
like
if you don't like go
Doritos.
back,
yeah.
eventually they'll force you to take a shower.
It's so
Sounds
good.
like Deadly Premonition almost. Holy shit. I don't know if
MGS like MGS 5 is like the height of MGS mechanics, I think.
It is the cookie dough of video games because it is like mechanically it is like perfect, but it is
Yeah.
like underbaked in terms of like the
Yes,
narrative deliverance and everything
100%,
like that. But like the ingredients
100%.
are there. It is one of the most like mechanically fluid video games you can ever play. That engine is incredible and only used for soccer games, unfortunately. But
Yep.
man, like it is mechanically unimpeachable.
It is crazy. Oh, another thing about Mother Base that's really cool
Mhm.
is on your birthday, if you're playing the game, you'll get a call and it'll be like Cause, and you'll be like, "Boss, come back to base." That's Snake, but whatever. And then you'll get on the plane and you think something bad's happening, and when you land, everyone's there and they're like, "Happy birthday!" And they said, "Dude, it's amazing. That game is oh man, Mother Base is outer heaven." I don't know. It's just the lolly lilo. Do you guys don't?
I know about Lolly
Keifer knows.
Lilo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun
yeah.
fact about that thing is that there is a page on the Metal Gear Wiki just titled "Birthday." So, and the paragraph is:
amazing.
"A birthday is an occasion when a person or institution celebrates the anniversary of their birth. It's not to be confused with a birth date, which details the exact date a person was born." So yeah, that's
Okay,
that is a page on the Metal Gear Wiki.
it's quite the video game.
Only Kojima is a visionary. I gotta say.
Yeah.
I know he's probably not running the wiki, but
I mean, I recently beat Metal Gear Solid 1 for the first time.
Nice.
yeah,
And after I finished that, I immediately started 2.
Mhm.
And then like halfway through 2, I was like, oh, I get now why Kojima sucks his own D so much.
Yeah, I
remember you saying
because,
this in the episode.
Like,
he huffs his own farts,
I get it now. Like,
but
he can bottle his own shit, and I would probably sample it because
Jerry, you have to finish 2.
Mm-hmm.
You
yeah,
have
I know,
to- you
I know.
have to
I'm
finish
like
2.
halfway through it right now. And my other buddy just started. I literally woke up this morning to a message. He was like, "Dude, you started Metal Gear Solid 2, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, I played last night for like an hour and a half. I could not put it down. I was like, "I know, dude." Like, and see, I recently had a discussion with Greg and Beth about how I do not like stealth games. I think stealth is a dated mechanic that is poorly implemented. And hey, guess what? Newsflash, that new Indiana Jones game, suck my dick, because it is like fucking a 1999 stealth game mechanic. Like, it's just like Xbox 360 era stealth game. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
I can see
do
that.
anything interesting. And
I haven't played it, so
the exception to the rule are these Metal Gear games because
Oh, they're-
it feels fucking right. Like, that's the way that you do it. And like, there's so many things that are happening within that game and the engine and everything. Like, it's just, yeah, you're absolutely right. How Metal Gear Solid 5, even though I haven't played a lot of it, it is that undercooked cookie. Like,
yeah.
it could have been like, I can't even imagine what that game would have been if they would have just let Kojima be.
If
Mhm.
Kojima just put his balls on the wall, dude, and fucking twerked, it would have been. Bro.
That was the cut ending was the twerking and balls to the wall.
was the balls on the wall twerking.
There's the,
But, like-
the UFO ending of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still to this day, people will be like, "Oh, did you play Death Stranding?" I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "Did you like it?" "Yep." "What'd you like about it?" "I don't know."
Yeah.
It just works.
Did you like it though, or did you not like it? "Oh, I loved it." "What did you like about it?" I liked walking, and I liked it when all my things fell over, and then I got mad, and then I would have to go and pick them up, and then walk again. And then sometimes muck things would come out of the ground, and then the baby would get mad. And then sometimes people would say really stupid shit like, I'm not that fragile, I'm just fragile. And I was like,
What the fuck?
yeah, this is my shit. And they were like,
Whenever-
that sounds so stupid. I'm like, it really is stupid. And they're like, but I thought you like it. I'm like, I love it.
Whenever I ask my friend what he likes about it, because he's the same thing. He's like, I don't know, and he just goes, I like flinging piss and shit. And I'm like, wow, that's so valid. It's not even funny.
I do like when you try to look at Norman Reedus' dick, he just like takes the camera and like lifts it up and he's like, hey, right here.
Nice. Well,
Anyway,
that's
hub worlds,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hub worlds.
Hey, listen.
Norman Reedus' dick as a hub world.
Sure is. I have a whole bunch
Yeah,
of.
you picked a couple.
Well, here's the thing. I always get nervous before I do this podcast. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough to talk about, and then I realize that 4 people talking in a room creates conversation, and conversation lasts longer than anyway.
I wasn't ready to
Village.
talk about Norman's Reedus read, so like
No, I know. Norman Reedus fetus or Norman Reedus.
Norman fetus.
Norman Reedus'
Fetus.
rod.
Yes.
Ooh.
Moga Village from Monster Hunter 3.
Ooh, I love a good village in Monster Hunter, dude.
I think really
Yes.
any village in Monster Hunter is
Yes, that is a correct answer.
is
Especially
is
the one in
amazing.
Rise.
Yep. I put
Oh,
down
yeah,
Rise and World, dude. Those are so good.
Because they are the epitome of I guess they're, you know what? Now that I'm saying that, they're not the epitome of a hub world. Are they?
I mean, you come back to them after missions. And
You always go back.
I mean, they are a hub world, 100%.
What?
I mean, I
Aaron,
think
just walk me through this right quick, Aaron.
I'm pumping the brakes.
So a hub world to me. So think about Crash Bandicoot, the Warp Room.
Yeah.
Right? That's a hub world
Oh, yeah.
because you are going to different worlds in a hub. Moga Village is a base of operation. It's a BOS.
Which you then go to
boom.
do different missions. From.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
yeah.
No, hey guys, this is me rambling. Yeah, it's a hub world. Moga Village is probably my favorite one though, because it's like if you guys played Monster Hunter Tri or 3U or any of the third ones, that place is it indirectly changes as you play. So the whole quest of Monster Hunter, at least the first half, is you're figuring out why there's these like earthquakes happening. And Moga Village is right on the sea, and they're basically dealing with earthquakes and like tsunamis and stuff. So like, okay, this is a problem. And so you go through the game, and eventually find out there's an elder dragon that's grinding its horn on the like bottom side of the island. And if you don't stop that, Moga Village will be destroyed. So you're going all over the world, but always coming back to this beautiful little I don't know, it's so pastoral, so beautiful, but you want to preserve it so bad because it's just your little baby. You know? Anyway, I love it.
Yeah, man.
I have nothing more to say about it other than
Nice.
I like getting the palicos to make me food.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah?
Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Have you guys played any of the older ones, or is it only Rise and World?
I've played 4, and I played a little bit of 3 when it was on 3DS.
Yeah, I've only played World.
I played the first one I ever played was whatever one was on PSP, I think.
Freedom Unite.
Yeah.
That was the first one I've ever played, and I remember kind of just being like,
It's hard to get into.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's
and then
super
I
hard to
dropped
get
it.
into.
And then I was doing a like PlayStation library share with my brother-in-law, and he bought Monster Hunter World, and he was like, dude, you got to play this game. It's so amazing. And I was like, cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm down. And I threw it on, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I bounced off that extremely fast. But it wasn't until Rise that I actually something clicked. And
Yeah,
it was because
that's
All the Spider-Man shit, man. You're just flinging yourself all over the goddamn place with the wire bug.
I think a lot of it was the fact that with World, I didn't and still do not like how that multiplayer works. How you have to like see the monster, do the cutscene, and then it's like, oh, now we can hunt together.
Yeah,
like that's
it
such
was
a
miserable.
fucking weird thing.
Dude, it
Whereas
filtered my
Rise
friends
is just
hard.
like, cool, you're in my thing now. Let's go hunt.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
bam, you're just off. Like
Mhm.
they nailed the multiplayer. And did you guys get to try the beta for for
No,
Wilds?
I
Not
actually
yet,
didn't.
man.
I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan. And I didn't touch
I
it.
got to play the beta. They fucked the multiplayer up.
God
Again.
damn it.
Did they? And that's the
Kinda.
thing. Not to get into a tangent about Monster Hunter, but like World's my least favorite Monster Hunter because of all of those issues. Rise did a really good job of bringing back what Monster Hunter used to be. It just made it more anime, which is fine. It is pretty anime to begin with. But yeah, that's sad to hear that Wilds is
Like Wilds is really cool, and there's some very interesting things with Wilds. But I think part of the reason is because with Rise, it's very much like, here's your hub world, and then it's like, now you pick a mission, you go to that map. It's like you get teleported to the map, and the map is like very inclusive of like, here's what you're doing. You can hunt that thing, or that thing. And it's very snappy, very quick. Whereas Wilds is kind of going back to the way that World is. And it's very like open. And you have your home base, but I don't know. We had some issues kind of getting things rolling, but like they might fix it. They might add some stuff.
That's what I was
like,
thinking. Yeah.
It's not like trying to do multiplayer in like a FromSoft game or something, but like
no.
God damn.
it's still not the greatest.
Yeah, the Gathering Hub in Rise was fucking perfect. Like everything you need is right
The
there.
music.
Yeah, and it's not
So good.
It's not like teeny tiny, but it's not huge. Like you can go order your food on the little fucking beachside patio. Yeah, a million boxes everywhere you go, so you can swap out your equipment and get ready for a fucking hunt and take down a Rathalos or whatever. It's awesome, man.
I love it.
So is the one from Monster Hunter 3 as well. Yeah.
Monster Hunter 3 is just nostalgic for me. That's my main thing.
That's good. Gerry, do you want to go next?
So here's the thing. This doesn't really technically count as a hub world, but it's a world that I want to live in. And technically,
All right.
it's like I guess it is a hub. It's a world map. It's the map of Dinosaur Land in Super Mario World.
Like the stage?
Okay.
I
All
just
right.
like because
Yeah. Okay.
Like
because you're going into levels from that world map, and I like remember seeing pictures of that map like in the like game manual in like Nintendo Power magazines. I was like, I want to live there. Like there's a fucking chocolate land. There's a goddamn a river made of soda. Like there's all these crazy food things, and like I don't know. It's a world map. It's not really a hub, I guess.
You're returning to it, and you're picking. I guess it is segmented if you go to different worlds, though, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
it's
there's
not.
But you don't really go to different, like you do, but you don't. Like it's all interconnected within that map. Like they zoom in on certain parts because, well, the limitations of a Super Nintendo, they couldn't just have like one massive open thing. But like it is all interconnected, and you can't affect the world itself by things that you do outside of it. So like you're kind of bringing it back, similar to Keifer, one of your picks.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Treeky's pick for the Peach's Castle in Mario 64. Because like you're kind of altering that. That is though. As soon as I seen that picked on the list, I was
sure he could
mad
spare you
because
one.
I didn't get
Just
there
ask
first.
him
Yeah,
nicely.
no,
That
I
is,
didn't write
like,
that down.
the
Jerry
thing.
did.
And
That's not a,
like no. Essentially, I just wanted to say how much I wanted to live in Dinosaur Land as a kid, and kind of give Treeky a layup to talk about Princess Peach's Castle, because that is like when I think about Hub
Yeah, it's
World,
the best example.
that's the first fucking thing I think about. That one right there. It's like it's the craziest thing. I remember being a kid and just being like, what do I do in this castle? Like, what like because like there's I don't know if you guys remember this. There is no indication
no, there's not.
that you can
And
jump into paintings.
and you know what?
They don't
When
tell
I was a
you.
kid and I was with my brothers, I remember specifically me running into a wall and my brother going, "You're an idiot. You got to jump into it." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And I don't know how he knew. I learned it from my brother.
You know what happened with me the first time that I played that game, which was in a Blockbuster on the kiosk. I remember walking up to it and I go in the castle. I'm running around. I go in the bomb battlefield room with the painting.
Oh, man.
And I'm just kind of running around in that room. And I remember going up to the painting and like pushing against it, and the painting was like wavy.
You did the
And
wiggles.
I was like, what is that? And the guy that was like next to me at the kiosk was like, I don't know, but like, can you do something with the painting maybe? And I was like, and I like jumped, and then I
Shut
went
the
in.
fuck up, man.
What do you
Yeah.
know?
I just went in this painting, and I'm like, oh. I remember looking, and then you hear the ba 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 ba, and it's just like, what is going on now? Like, what is this screen? You hit the thing, and then you go in the level, and I look at my mom, I'm like, I need to have a Nintendo 64, please. Like, I need this now.
It's a whole new world in here.
164.
A Super Mario
please.
World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wahoo.
Sorry, Treeky. I you know what?
That's like the
I don't
hub
even-
world.
I
Though.
I was just gonna say that I'm not sure, but there might be a toad in either its Thwomp's Fortress or Bob-omb Battlefield that is like invisible until you run up to him. And I think he might tell you to jump into the painting, but I don't know for sure because
Maybe.
I just vaguely remember
I
something
remember
like
an
that.
invisible toad. You guys remember that fucking rabbit in the basement?
Yep. Fuck
Oh,
that
yeah.
rabbit, dude.
Yep.
My brother and I would
I got
take turns trying to catch that shit.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
It was kids shouldn't have been able to that shouldn't have been in a game for kids.
I mean,
Just say that.
No, I mean, I was. Fuck, how old was I? 9 when that game came out.
Dude, and then Yoshi on the roof.
Is it 94 or 96?
It was 96 when it came out. It was the year I was born. When that
So yeah, that came out 2 years. I was 2 when it came out,
Yeah.
and it probably played, or I probably played it when I was like probably around 6.
Yeah.
Same time I played Quest.
equally important games.
Yes.
We love you, Mike.
Yeah.
Any of you guys ever played an Ease game?
No, but I have them in my Steam library,
Yeah, me too.
and I don't know how I
them in my
got them.
Steam
I don't
library.
remember
I got them
buying
on my PlayStation library. They're everywhere, and I just never play them.
I thought they were RPG Maker games. I'm not gonna lie.
No, not at all.
No, I know. I just
East 8 is cool.
Yeah, Ease 8, that's the first one on my list because I really love the Castaway Village in Ease 8. So basically, Ease 8, I forget when it takes place exactly in the whole chronology of Adol's adventures and everything. But yes, you're on the ship and it crashes into this island. Then so, what is it? You as Adol and his friend Dogi, you're adventuring around this island and you find more castaways and you build this village together. And as you go through the game and find more people, you'll keep upgrading the goddamn thing. Like you'll get a doctor so you can craft medicines. You'll find a blacksmith so you can craft better weapons. There's all sorts of shit you can do. All sorts of little side quests that you can do to unlock more areas of the island to explore. And yeah, and it's just got the greatest, like chillest little tune that plays when you're at the village as well too. So listeners, look that up. Stop this podcast immediately. Go look up Castaway Village Ease 8 song. You're welcome. Holy shit, is it so good? Great fucking
I think
game.
there's something to be said about hub worlds that grow.
Yeah.
And you could basically take that back to Princess Peach's castle in the fact that as you play, you unlock more areas of the castle.
Yeah, or Gruntilda's Lair
It's
too.
like a
That was
reward.
really
Or-
good
yep.
one.
Yeah, Grunty's Lair. Which, by the way, Grant Kirkhope, he says that he did not write the theme of that place as like he didn't steal the theme of if you go into the woods today. He said that wasn't the basis for the theme. It just turned out to sound like that. And I'm like, that's no way, Grant.
All right.
Who you fooling, Grant?
Only I
mean,
make
like-
songs.
Gruntilda's Lair is great because like it is a level that leads you to levels, and I think that
Yeah.
shit is just really good. That's a rare brain going on right there.
Yeah.
And that's another like appeal of like Mario. A lot of parts of Mario 64 and like the other Mario hub worlds all like definitely have that sensibility, and that's what makes them like the standout examples, right?
I mean,
No,
Mario
100%.
Galaxy, just like that little, like your little area.
The observatory.
Yeah. I love the vibe of that, but I feel like I wanted more from it. I remember playing it and
absolutely.
being like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" And then I was just like, "But where's the rest of it?"
Where's the
So,
rest of you?
I did a
Family Guy
Galaxy
quote.
episode with Dre from Fine Time, friend of the show, been on multiple episodes
Hell
of
yeah.
SuperPod Saga, but like we talked about Mario Galaxy, and like the hub world of that is definitely like underwhelming compared to like Delfino Plaza, Mario 64.
Oh,
To the point where it's like,
Plaza.
we'll talk about Delfino Plaza, I'm sure, but like
so good.
That music.
it's that thing where it's like there's games that have hub worlds, and then the sequel of the game doesn't have a hub world because it's like redundancy. You know, like Mario World has a map. Mario World 2 just has like level selection, and it's like that for a lot of games. And Mario Galaxy 2 is one of those. And I think it's because they're like Comet Observatory is immaculate in terms of vibes, but there's no secrets to it. It's just kind of like, and more reveals to itself. Like Koji Kondo makes the Comet Observatory track. That's like his main contribution to Mario Galaxy. That's all wonderful. It's just kind of like tacked on compared to like the rest of the game. You can kind of see why in Galaxy 2 they are just like, it's ahead, and you select levels through the head.
Yeah.
By the way, this is one on Treeky's list as well too, and you got a million, so I feel like we can just pick apart.
Well, I kind of just threw a net of all the ones I could remember.
Yeah.
Keep
this
talking,
one.
Aaron. I have to take my belt off.
Do it. Dude, the hub worlds and Sonic Adventure 1, and I don't think, does 2 have a hub world? I thought 2 was like level to level.
Two's level select.
2's level select.
Okay.
2 is a level select.
I thought Sonic Adventure 1
I
was
remember
Station
Square being from 2, but I'm
it's
getting
1.
my wires crossed, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But because Station
Square
hub
is
level and
fucking awesome, man.
it's so nostalgic. And the like casino in it, and like
so
my
good.
god, dude.
And and you can take the train to Misty Valley, and then it plays that dope fucking song when you're in Misty Valley. And there's all sorts of cool little secrets you can find wherever you are to unlock cool shit. For like, you can take this dumb little like wind crystal thing with you to the Chow Garden and give it to your Chow or whatever, and they transform.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Is the Chow Garden? That's not a hub world.
You go there
That's
at
an
the end of
extension.
levels if you get the Chow key in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
It's like, you could like extrapolate that as like a hub world, because that is where I spent the vast majority of my playtime.
Dude, damn right.
Yeah.
Like, and it's very funny to walk around as Eggman without the mech and just pet creatures go, yo.
Oh yeah,
But it's
gross.
it is
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
it's hard to call that a hub world, and it feels like a side game.
It is a stretch, but God,
Dude, Station Square,
Chow
though.
Garden, the music's Aaron, tell me more about Station Square. Why is it your favorite?
I have a lot of fucking memories with Sonic Adventure. I never played the Dreamcast versions when I was a kid. I played the Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut
For shame.
on GameCube.
I'm just kidding.
And dude,
You're the reason why it failed.
I didn't even know the Dreamcast existed when I was a kid. I had a GameCube, and I was like, I think it was either I got a GameCube or a PS2. I had no idea the Dreamcast existed. I didn't at all care for the Xbox, because I was like, well, on one hand, I could get Mario and Pikmin. On the other hand, I could get Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, yeah, Station Square just has fucking jamming ass tunes, and there's different little areas you can go for to explore. And there's
mini games
when you get those different upgrades, like the light speed ring thing, where you can travel to different areas, or
Ring Dash.
I forget if you could do. Yeah, there was some shit you could do with Tails too. I forget, but
Yeah, he was there.
yeah, he was there. But Tails does exist. Yeah, immaculate vibes.
Yep.
something about the Sonic games, like the 3D early Sonic games, that were so broken, but
With the
had
voice
this-
acting.
oh my god, and like the mouths, the way they move,
Sonic, and his face would be
yeah. Whoa, hey, it's just like, oh my god, yeah.
You better throw some respect
but
on Big the Cat, though.
Yeah,
No, but, hey, listen,
Froggy. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I just think that those games, as much hate as they get, they are, from people who don't really get Sonic, they are such a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's
Like, they're so endearing, right?
Yep.
And they have no excuse for the modern ones that are broken.
yeah.
But like back then, I let it slide.
Have any of you guys played Frontiers?
I want
haven't
to.
yet.
Dude.
No.
It
Thrak
got added.
hails it as
It
like
got added to the PlayStation Extra thing, the catalog.
Ooh.
And when I seen that, I got excited because I've been wanting to play it, but I was like, I'm not paying money for this. Like,
Thrax
I'll
says
wait
it's
for it to
good.
come out for something for free. And when I got added, I was like, ooh, I'm going to play that. I am totally going to play it. Does Thrax hail
I
it?
hear there's
Yeah, he said, or he says it's like it's not perfect. Obviously, like no Sonic game is perfect, I don't think, but yeah, it's good though.
I hear there's a part in it that's like there's like this music kicks in and you're just like you get shivers,
Oh, man.
which is like a pretty
play that tonight.
Sonic
I'm
thing.
going to play that
Yeah.
tonight.
But
That
I
is-
hear it is good.
Places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
Dude, City Escape is even like the Knuckles levels in Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh,
like
with the
Pumpkin
spooky
Hill,
rap, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Great
it like
emerald power allows me to feel.
yeah. It's so good.
It didn't need to be that
And then-
good, dude.
What is Aquatic Mine? That's the other one where it's like take a dive to Aquatic Mine. It's so good. I love it so much.
I don't even know who goes next.
I was just gonna say I want to shoot one out.
Okay.
That sounded weird.
People
That's
taking
fine.
off their belts and shooting one out here
Yeah,
on
shoot
Super
one
Pod.
out.
I had a
Swing it off,
legitimate
bro.
reason to take off my belt, and it was to shoot one out.
Shoot one out, baby.
We're tubing here on.
Rogueport from Paper Mario, Thousand Year Old Door, and to a lesser extent, Toad Town from Paper Mario 1. They are areas you visit, but they are hub worlds because essentially every single pipe in those areas lead to the next worlds, right? And the thing I really specifically like about those hub worlds is there is secrets that are added as you get abilities.
Hell yeah.
So, you get your ground pound, you get your like zip. I don't know. I can't remember what the other thing is, but anyway, or different partners. You unlock different secrets in the area to get, especially in Rogueport, you get like different badges, you get different star pieces, upgrades, all stuff that you unlock later that you can't get to right away. And it's another example of a growing hub world that is not just somewhere that you revisit. There is a lot of, and it changes. NPCs show up different every chapter. There's different NPCs that show up.
It's like
there's
it
mini
grows as you
storylines
grow.
as you progress through the game. And I think that is the epitome of what a hub world should be. I think it is a perfect example of it just needs to be something that has tons of secrets, tons of things to do,
Yeah.
is a hub world, and grows with the player. I think Rogueport is probably one of the most important hub worlds there is, besides Peach's Castle.
How many other hub worlds
Anyway.
have a noose on it? Much less a
Oh,
Mario.
And you know what?
Shit.
I'm so happy they left it in with the remake.
Yeah.
I'm so
Have any of you guys ever played Bug Fables? The whole Paper
I
Mario thing.
have.
Yeah.
What's the name of the
have.
town in Bug Fables?
Don't know. Couldn't tell
I
you.
couldn't
I
tell
didn't
you.
get that
That's it's
Chicago.
You know what's? You know what? My one
Chicago.
my one little tiny quirk I have or quip with Bug Fables is the active or the action command combat in that is like slightly delayed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think
Really?
I might. Maybe it's only me. Yeah. I found. Well, maybe it's just me, but I found it compared to when I play Paper Mario games. The action commands feel so.
You mean like the timed hits?
the timed hits is action command. Yeah,
You can
So when you do it, not when you like delay hits or anything,
Yeah.
but like if I like click A right before I hit someone in Mario, I have the timing down. Like it feels like it is exactly where it needs to be. And then when I play Bug Fables, it always seems like it's a little bit delayed
Yeah.
of where it need to be. It is a different game. Like it made a different engine. Like
I
it's not
remember-
equal, but I feel like
Have you guys played Mother 3, like Earthbound 2?
Oh
No.
yeah.
So I played that on an emulator, and I didn't even know that it had timed hits along with like the music. And then when I realized that it did, I was like, oh shit, there's timed hits in this? I love timed hits. And I could never pull them off because with emulators then, like there was some lag. And now that I have like FPGA stuff like the Mister and the Analog Pocket, they have no lag. So now it's finally like, oh, this is how it's supposed to feel like without that lag. And I think you're right. Like I think if a game is designed and not super, super tight about the timed hits, they don't work right. As much as I love a timed hit system, I have played some that are like, this needs a little work, I think.
Yeah. I preach in like a lot of my videos, especially if it's like a RPG. I say that like action commands, timed hits, all that stuff. I think those are very important because I feel like it adds so much to combat, especially if it's take turn, right?
Yep.
Because it's like it gives you more than you're just clicking. You're not just clicking a button. You're clicking a button and then you're using skill to actually
An
make that
RPG
better.
came out.
All combat is rhythm, and if you don't get the rhythm right, then like you fucked it.
An
100%.
RPG came
I
out
like
this
that.
year with timed hits.
Which one?
Grimstone
What?
for UFO 50.
Ooh.
Yes, that's
Yep.
right. Holy
And they're
shit.
good
I
timed
didn't
hits.
play
They're
UFO
good.
50.
Hub Worlds, though.
Yeah,
Who wants to go
Yes,
next?
Hub Worlds. Sorry, that's Aaron getting us. Aaron, I can't
I
believe you
know.
get us off
I
topic
know,
like that,
that's-
dude. It's
yeah.
fucked up.
It's my fucking show, man. No, it's kidding.
Fucking Toad Town.
House of Hades in Hades
Yes.
is a really good fucking hub world.
I
Like,
almost
okay,
put that
so
down.
you think about other roguelike games and you're trying to like the process isn't, and this isn't a value judgment, but like it's like you lose, you want to start the next run as soon as possible. But that space between starting your next run is made so meaningful in Hades because like that's the space where you're actually like progressing the story. You are progressing Zagreus in terms of like your skills and your abilities in the game through like the actual act of playing the game and like progressing through the underworld, but like the actual like emotional development of Zagreus is all happening in the House of Hades. So like this is like half the game is just this hub world, and it's great. It also has customizability, which is fucking fantastic.
Yes.
It's a big part of like, you know, enrichment. You are doing enrichment for the player. You are like actually having an effect on this world. And that is felt not just in your emotional development with your relationships, but also like your ability to actually like influence the underworld. And every time you buy something and then like Hades is like, what the fuck is this? It's the best.
Yeah. I remember the first time I beat Morgana and then died, and then I came back and she was sitting at the bar and I was like, what the fuck? And then she talked to me. She's like, I hate you, but what up, dude? Like, I hear you die. I like, it's just like,
I'm clocked out.
yeah, like that hub world, it was crazy to me because I was just like, man, like everyone here, like we really are in Hades. Like no one dies,
And there's
Yeah.
so
You're just
much you can do. Like, yeah, you upgrade your shit there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like romance sim kind of shit, like romance sim light stuff.
Yeah, you gotta love the romance. Yeah,
Customizability. You talk to people to increase their relationship. I couldn't think of the right word for that. That
Yeah,
shit,
they give you collectibles that you can use
Yeah,
while
social
you're like,
links, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good one. So good.
it's a great one.
Oh, and you can
That
pet
is
Cerberus.
is it back in
You
two?
can pet Cerberus.
Is two? I haven't played two.
two
Does
yet
have a
either.
hub world
Yeah,
because
I'm
that would be
waiting.
hilarious. Oh, it's not out yet.
well, it's in
It's still
early
in early
access.
access. I just haven't played it. I want to.
Oh,
You can
okay.
buy
I'm
it
waiting.
on Steam, but it's
I'm
not
waiting
gonna
to.
do
Man.
yeah. I'm just gonna wait.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Have any of you played Stellar Blade?
No, sir.
No, because I feel like if I do,
I'm
oh,
gonna
what's
go
the
put on
matter?
the
I'll be
list.
playing very long. I'll have to stop every once in a while.
Take your belt off.
take a break.
Well, I have, and there is a hub world in that game, and it's pretty cool. I actually
nice.
kind of just forgot about it now that we're talking about hub worlds, and I'm like thinking in my head, like, did I play anything this year with a hub world? And like I was gonna say Astrobot, but Astrobot doesn't really have some, like, it is a hub world, but not like some of these other ones. But Stellar Blade legitimately has like a hub world where like you go into this town and there's all these shops and stuff, and like you do things out in the areas that are like the bigger explorable areas that you go out in to do like your missions and like the main objectives and stuff. And like if you do certain quests, there's a ton of like side quests within the town. There's some of the ones that you do when you come back, like as an example, one dude's like, hey, if you go find this thing, I'll like open up my barber shop and you can have haircuts. And like you just
nice.
like you get like all these little things, and like there's this one chick in like a back alley that sells you like upgrades and shit. Like it's actually a really cool hub world.
Hey kid, you want to buy some upgrades?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Hey, do you want to get skimpier clothes, or how you feeling here?
2B, the 2B. You want the 2B
Yeah.
treatment?
I mean, I always want the
DLC?
2B treatment.
I was on the 2B always.
To be or not to be.
To be.
Yeah, to be.
Yeah, to be.
To be.
To be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I do love the streaming service Tubi. It's great.
Yeah. Hey, it's free. It's free.
It's
It is
free
free.
with ads.
Yep.
But yeah, besides Stellar Blade, and I was like thinking about this too, which I mean, I seen in Keifer's picks, he has one that's quote unquote debatable. And I think I have one that's debatable as well. And I played
You had one that
a
was debatable.
lot of Final Fantasy 14 online. And
Yeah.
I want to just like see, the thing is, Final Fantasy 14 online, all those major cities are kind of hub worlds in a way, because like I felt like after going out and doing like the MSQ and like doing a whole bunch of other stuff, doing dungeons, doing raids and all that stuff, you always end up back at like Limsa.
You're always in Limsa.
Yeah, Limsa.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
that's where
Always,
everybody
always.
is. That's where everybody's popping
Yeah.
their shirts off and fucking dancing around. Like, it's just,
Yep.
yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you just
Fuck yeah.
always go back to Limsa
Yeah.
Luminza. I mean, I have my one though, like my two co-hosts on Super Ghosts, their favorite place to go was usually Limsa most times. Mine was Kugani. Like, I was always going back to Kugani, for the fucking music, because it's amazing.
Dude, the music and like, it's so hard to say any tracks
I know.
in Final Fantasy are bad because
I
they're just
always
so beautiful.
laugh to myself because, like, when someone's like, "Oh, is the music good in that game?" and I'm like, "Dude, you know that GIF of someone on like a beach playing a piano and it's like on fire? Like, that was that was the composer of Final Fantasy 14. Just anytime they're like, "Hey, so we need just like a traditional Japanese style town music," and he's like, "Oh yeah." All right.
Yeah, easy. Because Kugani, the cool thing about like that place specifically is like you walk, it's smallish, but like you walk through the streets and it feels like
It's lived in.
you're in like a like it feels alive. And there's like, I don't know
Even
if there's ramen
without
shops, but
the
I always
other players, because it's an MMO, without the other players, like even the NPCs that are there. And I think that's something that people sometimes don't think about with this game, is that, and I've said it a million times before, I played that game like it was a single player game, but I played it with my friends. I didn't really have much interaction with like actually playing with strangers other than like doing like raids every once in a while. But like, I played it like a single player game. I made my UI look like fucking Xenoblade. Like I played it all on a controller. I did not play that game.
Yeah, you can play. I was gonna say you can play with the controller and it works.
But
Hell yeah.
the thing about Kugani, besides the music, is that goddamn jump puzzle. You know what I'm talking.
I don't actually. I know I've never done it, but my friends who played it a lot more than me, which is saying a lot because I played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. They were talking about a jump puzzle in Kugani, and
the main tower, like the big tower in the middle,
the big one.
That whole tower is a jump puzzle. So like you get up to like you go up the stairs and you go out through like the door, and then if you look on the side of the building, you can see like these little like notches that you can jump on, and then you can kind of get up to like another level, and then there's like more notches. And I remember like Greg and Beth being like, "Hey, you like these jump?" Because there's like other jump puzzles in some other areas too, but like not like this one. This one was like insane. And I remember the night that I finally got to the top of that thing, I think it took me no less than about 2 hours of constant attempts to get up there.
That sounds about right.
Good going.
But that music though.
Yeah. Dude, it gets you through it. God,
Aaron, you got to hear this music sometime. Like
Send it to me in Messenger. I'll listen to it.
It is a stretch though.
it
to
is
say
like
that those are, but they are hubs. They are central hubs.
Yeah.
100% without a doubt.
MMOs are
And-
built on hubs.
yeah,
MMOs are built on hubs.
They're built on
true.
exactly 100%.
yeah, they're just not hub worlds.
DNA.
They're hub towns.
No, but I can see the vibe that you get from it being a hub world, because it really is somewhere you go back to. You finish a mission, you finish whatever, you just instantly you're going back, you're replenishing,
go to your retainers
that's
and be
watching
like, sell my shit. And then you're like, let me go to the market board and buy 1 million gil fucking gloves that they're going to make this suit pop, dude.
Yeah.
That reminds me a lot of the tower from Destiny. I forget if that's what it's called from the first Destiny, but yeah, that shit was popping. That shit
I
was
thought
sweet.
it was just called the wasn't it just called the tower?
I think it was called the tower.
It was the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really cool.
God, that, and then they two they introduced little puzzles.
Did they?
Jump puzzles into it. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I played a lot of 2 and 1, but that tower was, I don't know, I never thought of it being a hub world, but it is. It's 100% is.
Yeah.
Does it take you to the levels?
Yeah. Yeah, you always come back.
It's got
Just like that
your,
Talking Head song, "Take me to the levels."
It's got all your vendors. Speaking of vendors, should we take an ad break?
You know it.
Okay.
Take me to the ad break.
Take me
Every
to the
day.
ad break. We'll be right back.
Do you find yourself playing older games and wishing that there were new discussions about those games? Enter Tales from the Backlog. Hi, I'm Dave Jackson, and on each episode, I'm joined by a guest to break down those games that may be stuck in your ever-expanding backlog. Each episode looks at one game in depth, focusing on mechanics, story, music, and other aspects with no spoilers until a clearly marked spoiler wall in the middle. If you've played the game, go ahead and climb that spoiler wall and enjoy in-depth story discussions, and if not, jump out when we warn you and maybe go play that game for yourself. We have over 100 episodes in the feed, everything from Disco Elysium to Tunic to discussion episodes about how to get into horror games, and if games actually need to be fun, or if they have more to offer. I guarantee that there's something in there for everybody. Once again, that's Tales from the Backlog, available wherever your podcasts are found.
If you enjoy retro gaming podcasts, I'd love it if you check out Afterglow, my retro gaming memories podcast. In each episode, we cover one game where we talk about my personal memories of the game, along with a lot of the gameplay, and we have a huge focus on the music in the game as well. We also have special guests every once in a while who come on and discuss their memories and their experiences with the game as well. So if you enjoy your retro gaming goodness, be sure to check out Afterglow.
So, do you ever...
Aaron, I have a question for you, Aaron.
Okay.
All these guys,
These folks.
all these folks, they don't got fedoras, and they need them.
Yeah, because sometimes your head gets cold. When it's cold outside and you don't have something on your
Sometimes
head
your
does
neck
get
beard
cold.
also gets real cold.
Sometimes your neck beard, sometimes the
Milady.
miladies aren't
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
you.
Sometimes your trench coat doesn't properly, cover up like the back of your neck and everything. So, yeah, sometimes you need a fedora.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to look at katanas when I'm so fucking cold on the head? all this heat coming out of my head. I can't even think about katanas like this.
How am I supposed to disguise my bald spots, my cleverly hidden bald spots, as I play Magic the Gathering with the boys?
There is an
What
answer
am I supposed to
this.
tip? What am I supposed to tip?
It's fedoras for folks. Folks,
the
good folks like you and I. It's like folks is such a
We're not like them.
well. This
We're
is also
lesser
true.
beings.
But fedoras for folks are for they're fedoras for people that don't necessarily need them.
The blue collar working Joe.
That's right.
Yeah.
You give this to Sam Jackman, who lives down the street, who drives a Dodge Ram to work every morning.
Still lives with his mom.
Yeah, and
Sam Jackson still lives with his mom? He's been in all those movies.
what
Oh,
a
wait, Sam
fucking
Jackson.
piece of shit, fucking Sam Jackson, you fucking idiot, driving your Dodge Ram out of your mom's driveway every morning. You need a fedora. That's what you need.
Oh, yeah. Then his boss will recognize me and be like, hey, Sam, come here for a minute. Come here. That hat? Fucking tight. Okay, here's $10 million. And then bam. He's
Go buy your
The
mom
crazy
something
thing
sweet.
is, Sam Jackman It's Jackman, by the way, not Jackson.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's get it right here for a second, folks.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Samuel L. Jackson. My apologies.
Sam
it's just like
Jackman.
perfect fusion of
Blue
Hugh
collar
Jackman
man.
and Samuel L. Jackson.
You know,
Sorry,
he's
go ahead.
showing up, like Aaron said, to his job site, wearing his hard hat on a construction site, and they're
with the
going,
fedora underneath it.
yeah, they're going, there's something missing here, Sam Jackman. Okay, you gotta take that hard hat off and put this on, and then lo and behold, fedoras for folks. It fits perfectly. Like, you could stack that hard hat. You know what? Fuck it. Take this as an endorsement. You do not need safety. You don't need none of that. You don't need to wear a hard hat. That fedora is going to save you. Want to know why? Because the second you put that on, Keifer, you already know. You know how to wield a katana. Fucking steel
I already
beam
know.
falling from 40 feet in the air? No way.
You're gonna catch it like
Fucking
an
cut in
anime.
half,
Yeah.
dude.
Thankfully, because of the warmth
Midair.
provided to me by this hat, I've been able to study the blade.
Like,
OSHA,
and you know
go
what?
fuck yourself.
You know what? Every single fedora for folks
Fedora
comes
with
with a little
folks.
gift for folks for fedoras comes with a little tiny gift basket. And here's what I got this season.
Oh, what's
This
that?
season, guys, I got a real Hattori Hanzo katana.
Hell yeah, dude.
And they told me, they said, get in the deep end. I just need my fedora. I left it at another place, and they do that. They say go up to women specifically, walk up to them and go.
Oh,
You just
Yeah, your panties
pop
are
that
off.
pop that clutch, and those panties be popping as well. Panties, fedoras, jobs, they be popping. They just be popping everywhere. Hard hats popping.
Say,
Here's an added bonus too. They make fedoras.
DLC?
Yeah, this is DLC. So for an extra $100 or whatever, they'll make any kind of hat in the shape of a fedora. So you can have like a hard hat fedora that'll protect your skull from falling rocks and dynamite
finally.
And
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
yeah.
and dinosaurs. Yeah, that's right.
And
You can have a
Samuel L. Jackson.
this yeah,
Billy from down the street.
clocking you on the head for being late because he's your boss. You could have a fedora in the shape of like a farmer's straw hat. I don't know why.
I want one of
the
those
fuck you would want
Sherlock
that.
Holmes hats, but as a fedora.
Ooh.
Oh, like I'm a spelunker and I'm like going into a cave and I have like a little flashlight coming out of my fedora.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, that's perfect.
You got
You
got a
When you're
got a
deep-
fedora
when you're
with, like,
deep into
sports
it-
logos on it and shit too.
Yeah,
Wrap
when
the
you're deep
holes.
into your Warhammer painting, and you just need to have that like little like magnifying glasses on your fedora. You flick it down, boom.
Ooh, okay. So to be extra anime,
Eyebrow.
too, it's got like built-in goggles, like built-in anime goggles, like on top of the brim too. So you can just like, okay, time to paint, or like time to animate.
Time.
Yeah,
time
exactly.
time to get all the pussy.
Yeah.
Listen, if you go out downtown 3 a.m. wearing your Fedora for Folks hats with your katanas, you might be arrested, but you also might pull hard.
Do you know why?
You're under arrest. You didn't save some pussy for the rest of us.
Exactly.
Also, you know those the beer hats where you put the beer in them and with the straws.
But it's a fedora.
Yeah, it's a
Mountain
fedora,
Dew.
but instead of the beer, because like cool dudes don't drink beer.
I don't
Yeah,
drink.
No, it's
No.
Powerade, because why not?
You gotta stay
Powerade?
hydrated when you're pounding that, dude.
Not Gatorade. That's too fancy. It's gotta be
No,
Powerade.
it's gotta be Powerade. Blue.
Blue Powerade.
Blue Powerade.
Let's say you're the Pope. Let's
Let's just pretend for a
Entertain-
moment.
Shit.
let's
Keifer just stopped.
let's say you're the Pope, but you also want to look fashionable. You best believe we have a Pope hat fedora.
For folks.
Fedora for, the Pope
the
does
Pope's guy.
endorse Fedora
Pope's a
for
Pope.
folks.
Or like policeman hats. It's like a fedora, but it's got their little badge on it. Or or fireman hat
And you know what?
with the
Police
visor
also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
100%
those
they-
guys that stand out and guard like the royal palace with those big stupid furry hats on, and then
We'll
there's
fix
just
that fucking
there's
problem.
just like
They
a
could-
little fedora on top of those.
I can't imagine. It's a real thing that Fedora for folks does.
Yeah. Fedoras for folks will change your life. Whether you're a working Joe, a really, really cool Magic the Gathering fan, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this, but Fedoras for folks, people, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
Pick your head up, King. Your fedora crown has fallen.
Ooh, fedora crown. Oh my god, that's good. It's got an actual crown on it.
Also, fuck you, Sam Jackman. Thank you for sponsoring the show.
Yeah.
Fudgy.
And we're back.
Aaron, what was your hub world you want to talk about so bad?
Okay, I've got a couple because I noticed Keifer has End of Time from Chrono Trigger, which is really, really cool. I really love that.
Still
one.
haven't played it.
Can a song just like carry a hub world on its back? Because oh my
I think it
fucking
could.
god, dude.
That's exactly how I feel with Castaway Village, man. Yeah, End of Time. Oh, no, I'll let you talk about that because it's your pick. The I don't want to steal that one from you.
It's like I don't have so much to say, but like it's a great one. That's just like one I want to throw out there as a shout out. Like it's not like robust or anything like that, but it is perfect atmosphere. It takes you to different points in time. Like that just like soul like lamppost is such an evocative image.
In the bucket.
It's just
Don't forget the bucket.
In the bucket.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't played Chrono Trigger
Go
before.
play
Dog.
it, man. Go play
If
it.
there's
I
like-
talk about it.
If there's like 5 games you need to play, Chrono Trigger is in that top 5 and it ain't number 5.
And little training area where you can your characters can learn their elements and learn different spells and shit too. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The one I really wanted to talk about is I've actually had 3 on bouncing around, but Shining Force HQ in any Shining Force game is just really fun to come back to all the time because it's got everything. Even in the first game, you come back to the Shining Force HQ, which is literally in every fucking town, and you have like a little bar there. All of your folks are there. All your homies
With
are there,
fedoras?
just chilling. Yeah, they better be with fedoras, otherwise they're executed in public.
Get out of here.
With katanas.
Yeah, with katana. But yeah, you're the Shining Force HQ. It's got a little bar area. You can go over there and hang out. It's got a little area like a barracks with your armory and shit like that. And all your people are there. You can go up and talk to them. If they haven't been in your party for a while, they'll be like, "Come on, boss, let me into the fight. I'll be good, I promise." Or they'll say some other stuff that definitely not as like emotional or deep as like a support conversation from Fire Emblem, but it's still really, really fucking cool to come back to Shining Force HQ now and then, and just hanging out with the homies.
The school, not to derail or anything, but the school from Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
What is it? 3 houses.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a hub world.
Oh yeah.
100%.
That was right below Shining Force HQ, man. Yeah, that one's
Oh,
that place is so fucking cool. You can go fishing there. I keep fucking with
Dude,
my hair a lot because I'm trying to like fidget with something while I talk.
You need a fedora.
I do too.
I
For
do
me,
need a
it just keeps
fedora,
getting
dude.
in my eyes and my ears.
Dude,
Yeah, the magic of hub worlds is that they make places that you would not want to go in real life seem so fucking cool in a video game. Like school,
Yeah.
get that shit out of here. I stopped
Oh.
going for a reason. I graduated. I'm done. And yet,
Yeah.
here I am in fake school.
Yeah, but could you
because it's
fish
fake.
at school?
Yeah.
That's
you
it's
couldn't.
true, but think about Yasu something high school from Persona 4.
oh, Yazugami High.
yeah,
Fishing
that's
for
listen.
bitches.
You go in there, you get your social links up, you figure out some mysteries.
Go to fucking science
I
club
wanna go back
or
to school.
whatever. Yeah.
Go to science club, go to soccer club, make friends. Dude, listen, I'm going back. I'm 30 years old. I'll fit right in.
You can be a teacher. That's an option.
I don't want to be a teacher. I want to be a student.
Ah, okay, cool.
But I don't really. Anyway. Maybe I shouldn't go back to school.
I don't think. Oh, God.
Anyway, that's a hub world.
That's a good one.
School's a hub world, just like in real life.
Yeah, just like in real life.
Now that we're on the
That's
topic,
where my locker is.
now that we're on the topic of Atlas, the stray sheep from Catherine. That's a really, really cool one too. You can learn little.
You know what? I haven't played Catherine.
Dude.
I've seen my friend play it, but I played it when it came out, and I don't remember a thing about it other than the gameplay.
Get on
Edge.
it, dude. Get on it,
Edge.
dude.
That's all I remember from Catherine. Edge.
Edge.
Oh.
Or undo. No, that's really cool, man. So like there'll be little anime cutscenes every so often, and then
Did Atlas make
Yeah.
that?
yeah.
No, yeah.
Then you
Wow.
go to the bar and
Okay.
hang out with your homies, and you can order different drinks. Then the game has these little bits where it'll teach you shit about different alcohols, whether because you can get beer, sake, wine, or like a cocktail, and you can go around the bar and talk to different people. You can go to the bathroom to save your game, or look at your phone
You
while
can
you're
go to
taking
the
a
bathroom.
shit.
Holy shit, I'm sold.
Yeah,
Damn,
dude.
that is a hub world. That's a hub world.
You can go to the jukebox and it has different Atlas tunes in there. It has shit from Etrian Odyssey, which I fucking love.
Ooh.
You can go over to the bar, and they have little plushies. The dog from Persona 3, Teddy from Persona 4, and that's really cool. I don't know. It's cool. I like Catherine in that little hub area. It's cool.
I do want to play it. It was on sale the other day for $5. I didn't pick it up though.
$5? That's a fucking steal, man. It's really good.
Yeah, might have been a month ago, but anyway,
It's got multiple endings too.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to sell it harder to me because I'll buy it.
The block puzzles are really cool, and there's one of the bosses is like a weird, like deformed, disfigured baby.
That's literally me.
Just like Resident Evil 8.
Just like Resident Evil 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to go towards Warp Room from Crash Bandicoot and Spyro Homeworld because those are some traditional...
Those are foundational
hub worlds for the PlayStation, and specifically Crash Bandicoot 2 Warp Room is quite literally just a hub. Like you go back there and you choose which world you want to go into, and yeah, it is foundationally the start of what Crash Bandicoot 2. No, what was the first hub world?
What was it? I'm getting my stuff crossed because Crash 3's Warped has this I know you go to different little parts to make the hub world a little bigger. I'm trying to remember the difference between Crash 2 and Crash 3.
Two I just remember you get portaled in and then you just I thought you just choose you go around.
Oh yeah, because that's Wrath of Cortex where Cortex has the monitor that's or the hologram that's talking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a circular thing, and then yeah.
And that's why it's just something to be said that those are they're not the beginning because we go Chrono Trigger. Well, Chrono Trigger I've never played, but from what I saw, the end of time,
end of time,
whatever that is, that's you can move around and stuff. And that game came out when
95.
Yeah, 95 sounds right.
God, what was the first hub world? You guys keep talking. I'm gonna find the.
I think I looked this up because it's some game from 19 it's the late 80s, early 90s. I'm imagining.
Jesus Christ!
Damn, Pong.
I mean, you do come back to
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
No, it's not.
Yeah, according to Giant Bomb, the concept dates back to 005 in 1981 and Dragon Buster 1984. The concept of a hub-building castle first appeared in Sega's Castle of Illusion in 1990, which inspired Super Mario 64 1996.
Oh.
That's cool.
Some history. We're getting some history today, guys.
Hey,
hell yeah.
Remember where you came from. Possibly the Castle of Illusion. Starring Mickey Mouse.
It's a good-ass game.
One Michael Mouse.
Yeah.
Mihail Mouse.
Michael B. Mouse.
Michael Mouse.
I think also, and is there any ones that you guys want to talk about? Because I think the next one that I might slam down might be something worth really investigating into because
I am fresh out of picks at this point.
Okay, Jerry's gone, but Keifer, you.
I'll shout out the hub worlds in the FromSoft series of from Demon Souls onward. Firelink Shrine specifically in Dark Souls is wonderful because of the way that is everything circles back to that one safe area you have in the game, and all the personalities and everybody. It's hard to call it safe because some shady people are going to say some vague bullshit that if you accidentally press the wrong button, then your shit's fucked for that ending.
Yeah,
but it is a place where you will not be aggroed until you go down into the graveyard for the first time you turn on the game and just assume I'm going right. Why are these skeletons kicking my fucking ass?
Yeah, skeletons.
Because you're supposed to go left. Why are you going to the undead burg, you stupid asshole?
Yeah.
But it's a very wonderfully crafted hub world because of the way that it connects the map to everything.
And
yeah, it's literally the central of the whole fucking map, and then
that's where. Sorry, Aaron.
No, that's all I had to say. It's
okay.
Really, really
I was
cool.
just gonna say that that's where I was gonna go next because that is I think Dark Souls or I guess Demon Souls not so much because it is more of a traditional hub world. You go back and you go to the different levels, but starting with Dark Souls then onwards, maybe not the Hunter's Dream. They're hub worlds that are openly connected to everything else, mostly everything. You have to take different routes to get places, but it's it's the modern hub world.
Yeah. Like the way that
And-
like the hub works in like, I mean, Elden Ring and Bloodborne specifically, it's like there is like a real life analog to it on the map, which is like this greater lore implication of like, well, where the fuck am I going every time I go back to the hub? Because I just found it on the map and it's not the same, but it's the same. What the fuck? But yeah, continue.
Well, I was going to say that, like, I mean, if you go into like Hunter's Dream, it's a dream.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the coolest part about Hunter's Dream, though, is the fact that the last boss takes place there.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was and then as you go, as the night progresses and like it starts falling apart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get to that, like,
There's a reason
fight,
why people love Bloodborne. There's a
It's
fucking
fucking
reason.
amazing. It's fucking
it's an
incredible.
amazing
Aaron, have you ever
game.
played
It's
Bloodborne?
fantastic.
No.
Aaron, Aaron.
Okay. We and that's the show today, folks.
Treeky
I have
exploded.
this.
I know,
I have
dude.
this. I'm gonna
Holy
have to put
shit.
my audio levels down. I have this steelbook Bloodborne. Funny thing about Bloodborne, I had food poisoning when it came out. The day it came out.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man, 4D.
and I played a little bit of it, and you know, in the beginning scene when like the werewolf's coming up to your bed and he's like, tickling your taint. I started having like fever dreams that he was like, I thought I was awake, I was dreaming, but I was like looking under my brother's bed because at the time we were sharing a room, and the fucking werewolf was coming out towards me, and I was like, holy shit, dog, what the? And then I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, so scared. So that's very burned into my brain. But Bloodborne is, Aaron, you gotta play it.
I
That's
will.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going.
I'll-
You just have to play it. It's just a fantastic game.
Is it? Oh,
Is it? Yes.
okay. I'll buy a used PS4 and I'll play it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a PS4
Hey, guess
to
what?
play
I
it,
got good news for you. That PS4 emulator is coming along real good.
unfortunately. There you go.
The Bloodborne
There
machine,
literally
they're calling
is
it.
a Bloodborne remastered for
machine.
PC now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's amazing.
that's cool.
But to go back to hub worlds, Bloodborne, another example of a hub world that's changing.
Yeah.
Demon Souls.
I really like Majula.
Demon Souls. Yeah, Majula. Oh man,
I really like Majula. It's
Majula's
so,
probably my
Jula
favorite.
Oblongala.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2.
'Cause
It's my favorite one.
you have that fucking endless ocean on that one side of the town, and you can stand on the cliff and just fucking stare at it, and it feels alive, dude. And you can jump
Dude,
off of it
it's-
like I've done 80
and
million
it's so
times.
beautiful.
It's great.
You can jump off it.
Dude, you can do anything. You can fly.
Yeah.
Get on your
And
roof
you-
and jump off and fly.
and you unlock all the different little houses as you go along. You can find
Yep.
people out in the world and say, "Hey, dog, there's this sweet little fucking town with nothing at all to do. Do you want to head back there and be our blacksmith?" And Big Dog will be like, "You bet, homie." And he'll,
We got a haunted house. You can check that place out.
"Yeah, dude." There's the house with that creepy fucking fat cat. That's really cool.
Yeah, real estate.
That's really
Yeah.
realistic.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. Dark Souls 2. I mean, I guess I can understand why people don't like it, but dude, Majula.
I can break down why I don't like it, but I do love it.
Yeah, Majula is just really cool. I liked Dark Souls 2, not as much as 1 for sure, but yeah. Majula.
Dark Souls. What was Dark Souls 3's hub
I
world?
don't know. I played like 30 minutes and got bored.
There is a hub world that is more akin to a traditional
Right,
like
'cause
Demon
it's-
Souls, Bloodborne.
Because Dark Souls 3 is all about like, oh shit, it's Dark Souls 1 again, but what the hell happened?
Yes. Damn.
No,
Dark Souls 3.
I
is
love Dark
crazy.
Souls 3 though.
Yeah. No. Same.
Yeah.
It's
I just like
it's
From Software in general, I think.
oh
Yeah.
oh
You
is
just
there any
made the
retro
sound
FromSoft
that they
ones?
make when you get hurt in Dark Souls.
Oh. Bro, I make noises.
Just turned into the
all
mist.
fucking
He just
day,
turned into
okay?
the fucking mist.
You died appears on my screen. Is there any retro FromSoft games that have a hub world? Eternal Ring,
No,
not Eternal.
I Not
yeah,
like
Eternal Ring
not like
has
the
one, but
Souls series. No.
no, nothing.
I don't
crazy.
think so, dude. I'm trying to
No, I don't.
run through everything we talked
No.
about, but I don't think so.
No.
Aaron, shall we get to the sad part of the episode, but the generous part of the episode?
We shall.
All right. So this is the saddest part of the episode because we have to say goodbye, but we always do it in a way that we leave the listener with some little trinkets, little gifts. So it is technically the most generous part of the episode, and we call it "Hit It, Aaron."
Random Recommended Games!
Yes, that's right. Random recommended games. So this is where we randomly recommendate a game that we are currently playing. For you two that have probably never heard that term before, it is a term that I stumbled upon after trying to say recommend several times and flopping it, and I said, fuck it, recommendate sounds better. I'm going with it.
Yep.
It's got a certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
A genesis.
Yeah, it's got a
So
I have cysts too.
You guys are the guests, so I would encourage you guys to recommend some games.
Keifer.
This alphabetical seniority thing is
always,
great for me. So last time I was on here, we talked about Balatro.
Yes.
We talked about Marvel Rivals a little bit during this segment too. Hey, guess what? Marvel Rivals is still very free and still very much available to play. And I'm having a great time with it. I have like 5 games I'm supposed to be playing for Select and Start right now, and instead I am playing some Marvel Rivals, and I am kicking ass. I'm like I'm on the upper end of gold tier in competitive against Penny Parker. And if you see a Penny Parker fucking up, that's probably me. Hi, hello, sorry. Marvel Rivals, it's good. I did not think we'd ever get Overwatch ever again, but it's finally scratching that itch. Especially, Gerry, you and I have our like feelings about preservation. Overwatch is gone.
Yeah,
you can't play Overwatch anymore.
Yeah, that stings. Still,
if you miss it, check out Marvel Rivals. It's free.
Hell yeah.
I second that. It's so good.
Yeah.
We'll have to play sometime, man. I still haven't checked it out. And the way you and Jared described it in the Emerald episode made it sound so fucking fun.
Yeah,
it's like you will play it, especially if you're playing with like a squad. You're just gonna have a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
hell yeah.
It's great. As an Overwatch, I used to play a lot of not competitive, but like ranked Overwatch, and this is definitely feels. Yeah. But that's not my recommendation. Mine, funny enough, is Simon's Quest.
Ooh.
Castlevania 2.
Explain yourself.
So, okay.
OG unmodded?
Like OG unmodded Simon's Quest.
Uncut Simon's Quest.
Just raw,
uncircumcised Simon's Quest.
Simon's Quest, baby.
Episode title, Aaron.
Uncircumcised still on.
Uncircumcised Simon's Quest.
Perfect. There it is. That's the title.
Raven Simone's Quest. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so I have been playing Castlevania games for my video, and I had never really gotten into Simon's Quest. I've played every Castlevania game. I've never beaten Simon's Quest. It's like one of the only Castlevania games I've never beaten. And so I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to play a little bit to get a little bit of footage. And I started playing it, and I was like, holy shit, this is a good game. To me, I thought it was great. And I was sitting there and I played and I couldn't put it down for like 4 hours.
Holy shit.
And I was like, everybody hates this game.
No, it is good. It's just, it has things that are like inherently bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Game mechanic things that very kneeling down.
Yeah, it's just like weird, obscure shit that people are like, why would you
put that in there? But it's like, oh man, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a good NES game or Super. Is it SNES? No, it's NES.
NES.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I just can't describe it. That's just what I've been playing. When I have chances, when I'm not playing, I'm not really playing anything right now. I've just been cracking down on editing, but I've just been playing in my bed Simon's Quest 2 or Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
It is a good game.
People should give it a try.
I do back it as a good game. I have I have the original, but I also have a couple of ROM hack versions of it that are like quality of life ones. One of them adds like a map, like a full on map.
Damn. See, that would be be so nice.
So it is a good game though. You're absolutely right. It is good. And I feel like it's like overlooked because it's like a meme game because people are like, oh, it's fun different. It's fun to make fun of this game.
Yeah. And it is a different, like, cause Castlevania 1 happened, that was that. And then Castlevania 3 was basically a hearkening back to Castlevania 1, but Simon's Quest is like a different breed, but it's just I don't know.
The
There's
Dark
something
Souls
about it
2
that
of Castlevania.
it's the Dark Souls 2 of Castlevanias. It gotta be. But it's I don't know. That's my recommendation. Recommended it. Whatever.
Recommended.
Recommended it.
Aaron,
you want to go first?
let me tell you about Bubble.
I was wondering what the fuck this was. I thought this was like you were typing while you had a stroke.
This is an NES game that's new. Like somebody made this new. Let me read you the description. You're a bubble. Water is your friend and solid blocks kill you. Hold A to dive, then release and let buoyancy handle the rest. Also, let's find all the duckies. So essentially this game is like a platformer, sort of. You're a little bubble. You're just a little bubble and you're going around like this kind of seamless open map. And it's sort of a Metroidvania, but it sort of is, but it's sort of not.
Ooh.
Like you do get like, you start to discover that you could do different things. There's like a certain degree of like physics to the game too, like with the buoyancy, like when you hold A to like go down and then when you shoot up. I don't want to say too much about it other than if you want to emulate it, go ahead and emulate it. It's spelled BOBL, Bubble. And yeah, it's just, I think one dude made this game and it's just like
nice.
It's an new NES game.
I love that kind of shit, dude.
I know.
Like
I see so many.
Grimace's birthday.
Yeah, what the?
No, I was gonna say the that Police Quest game. Well, Grimace's birthday looks kind of fucking fun. I might as well play that. But yeah, that Police Quest game for I think like Game Boy Color or something that somebody made, like a police turn-based RPG or whatever.
No way.
Yeah, look at that Police Quest. That's not my random recommendation.
Police Quest.
Yeah, look up Police Quest, dude.
Cop Quest.
Police Quest game. It's a thing, but no, it's not my recommendation. So Kirby's Dream Land 3, I just fucking beat it earlier today.
Got that
and
beat.
Man, yeah, dude, my first beat since November actually, but fucking
Damn.
No, not November.
yeah. Fucking whenever you ask anybody about Kirby, like nobody ever fucking talks. I put my hand like right in front of my face there for a second. Nobody ever talks about Kirby's Dream Land 3 for some goddamn reason. It's bullshit because first off, the game looks fucking awesome. It's got this like hand-drawn kind of like crafty almost aesthetic to the art style. It's really, really cool. It's like kind of almost got this like weird dark vibe to it because there's like these Kirby clones walking around in certain parts of each level that you can't get to or interact with. That's really fucking weird. And then like the last boss is this like dark evil eyeball that like cuts its own eyeball and shoots blood at you, which is weird for a Kirby game. And like
there's some crazy shit in that game,
dude.
Dude,
it is. It actually is. It's the only one that I didn't play, and I played it when it popped onto the NSO. God, it's so good.
It's awesome, man.
It is. It is really
it's
good.
It's not as good as Superstar, but it is really good. And I agree with Aaron. Like the look of the game too. Like that game and Yoshi's Island are both two games that were like very late on the Super Nintendo that just have this incredible art style. That's like it almost looks like it's hand drawn before like hand drawn games were even a thing.
And they use the hardware to its absolute fucking fullest with Dreamland 3. Like there's I messaged Gerry about this too. There's different parts of certain levels where there'll be obstacles kind of in the foreground, like in front of the screen, but they're transparent in a way that you don't really ever see in SNES games. And there's a lot of parallax scrolling in the background too as you're running through levels that you also don't see in a lot of SNES games without like shit tons of slowdown. And the Animal Friends. I almost forgot about those. There's
Rick and the Boys.
Dude, I fucking love Rick is my man. So there's Rick the hamster, there's the calico cat, there's the fish, there's the small bird, there's the owl. That's it, I'm pretty sure.
I thought there was only 3 of them in that one, but maybe I didn't unlock them.
No, they're all there, man. Maybe I think they only had 3 in Kirby's Dream Land 2, but yeah, they had a lot of replayability because like each friend is good at something, whereas it's got all drawbacks as well too. I don't know. Kirby's Dream Land 3 is great. Go play it. It's not as snappy or fast as Superstar, but dude, it's good. It's so good.
I back that.
I love it.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks for coming on.
No, thanks
Hey,
for
no
having me
problem.
on.
Sorry I had to reschedule like twice.
It's all good, man.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, man.
I'm the same.
It's great having
Hub
you.
I didn't think
you
I
all
was
back
going to be
on,
able to
man.
make it, but yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, everybody.
Well,
Aaron, get us the fuck out of here.
I'm trying. Anyway, folks, if you listen up to this point, I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Check out the Patreon, $2-4 a month, early access, bonus episodes, raw and uncut episodes. I think that's what it's also called.
Uncircumcised episodes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, raw and uncircumcised episodes with the crust still on. check out superpodnetwork.com. You can also check out superpodsaga.com if you want more of just us. I don't know. Listen to Super Ghost Radio as well, too. Gerry does that. Check out Select and Start. Check out Treeky. Leave a review, I guess. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Pop off, King.